What is Wolverine's regret as a father? Sabertooth has made his own team to go against Wolverine's X-Force, who have kidnapped the young Apocalypse as a boy, and the moment Daken has been waiting for, as he was manipulated by Sabertooth to hate his father even more. As Daken has been waiting this entire time to finally release his anger upon his father. Daken uses his pheromones to try to calm Logan down, but this fight has already gone too far and the limits have been breached. Wolverine feels that his son is falling into the berserker mode, and he knows that at that moment the boy won't stop until he sees nothing but red, giving Wolverine a good fight. But as he holds back, he soon regrets it, as his son cut his face a little too deep, and the feeling starts to cement inside of him that there's only one way this is gonna have to end. He's gonna have to put his own son down. And during the beating, a sense of harmony starts to fall upon Daken, as he starts to think of every moment that should have counted with Logan being his father, but instead, he is there, drowning him. What if things would have been differently? What if you were there at every single moment that should have counted? What if you would have raised me in normalcy, and maybe we wouldn't be here drowning in our own blood? What if you and mom raised me together and loved me? And Logan pulls him up like a newborn baby and holds him in his arms with deep regret in his heart. As he sits there with his son in his hands, he starts to tell him, "I'm sorry for never being there for you." Evan walks up to him and tells him, "You didn't really have a choice, he didn't leave you one." As a familiar voice comes behind him and says, "Of course he did. He chose to kill his own son. That's pretty cold even for me. Wasn't hard to manipulate him, just had to put in the time. Some fatherly love. And I know deep down inside I may cause you great agony, but I know this is gonna be stirring you up every night as you sleep. You ain't never gonna forget this. I mean, who drowns their own son?" As Evan tells him, "You monster, you don't deserve to live. Go on, kid, what are you waiting for? Just do it, let him watch." Wolverine grabs him by the shoulder and tells him, "Look around, son. This is what revenge gets you." As Sabertooth tries to get one more insult before he flees. As Logan crumbles into Evan's arms. As Evan takes him back to the ship. As they are finally done with this place, Wolverine lays there, as the guilt and the shame start to make a home in his heart. The sorrow of what could have been. The joy of becoming a father and raising his son, and seeing what he could have become. But instead, he goes to a grave where he put his only son there with his own hands, as he drowned and let his life flee from his hands, forever the burden that Wolverine will hold. If you want to read this for yourself, it is the Uncanny X-Force, issue 34 by Rick Remender and Phil Noto.